Back up.
Wait.
No, my leg is falling off. Okay. God damn it, look at that.
This crooked cop tried to mess with an innocent man's rights, but his boss stepped in and stopped him. It began on August 16th, 2022, when a man was recording on the street and a property owner came up to him.
Hey, this is my property. I want to know what you're taking a video of.
Well, this looks like a sidewalk to me. And I suggest you back up.
I want to know what you're taking a video of.
I suggest you back up.
I want to know what you're taking a video of.
Back up.
Answer my question.
Back up.
You're taking a video of my property. I want to know what you're taking it of. Huh?
Don't come near me, guy.
I want to know what you're taking a video of.
It's none of your business. Go back inside.
Yeah, it is my business.
No, it isn't.
It's my property.
No, it isn't.
It's not my property. Not my
It's
property?
not your business.
Not my property?
I would get away from you, buddy.
Not my property?
I would get away from me. I will defend myself.
I want to know.
I want you to get out of my face, buddy.
I want to know what you're taking a video of.
I ain't gonna tell you. Get out of my face.
Fine. I'll call.
Good call.
The man was aggressive and might have attacked the photographer if the camera wasn't rolling. Feeling embarrassed, he called the police and followed the man around until an officer showed up, but from there, things went downhill even more.
You need to tell this guy to back off, man. He's trying to fight me.
What are you doing?
I'm filming.
Filming what?
In public.
Okay. Can I get your ID?
No, you can't. No.
Okay. Well, why can you film it if you can't provide your ID?
Is it a crime to film in public?
I don't know, is it?
Well, you should know you're the law officer, right?
Well, can you give me your ID?
Nope.
Okay.
If you can suspect me of a crime.
Listen to me. All right. If you're on his property and he tells you to leave, you need to leave. Period. Wait.
Please wipe your. Hey, tell him not to fight me. He's trying to fight me.
They're not trying to fight you.
Oh, I got it all on camera, buddy.
Well, move out the
Name
roadway.
and badge number.
Move out the way.
Name and badge number.
263.
You're a piece of.
Yeah. Get out of the roadway. Or you gonna...
The cop was clearly against the man's rights right away and was quick to side with the business owner, acting rude and full of himself.
There it is right
Supervisor.
there. It is right there.
Good.
And you better be glad that I got a supervisor. Because
You better apologize to me
For what?
when he does nothing.
Okay.
When you're wrong and you're uneducated, and you should be learned about this.
Yeah. Sir, don't worry. You think I'm uneducated or I'm
You're
giving you a
very
hard time.
uneducated.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see what the supervisor says.
The cop totally embarrassed himself and expected his boss to support him, but he was in for a surprise with what happened next.
By this place, this man came outside and tried to fight me. He got in my face, he followed me all the way down the street. I tried to run this way, he followed me all the way down. Everything's on camera.
Can I see it?
I'm on the sidewalk right here. No,
Can I see it?
shut up, dude. Let me talk to him. All right, first of all, is it illegal to record in public?
It's not.
Okay, this is a public easement. That's a sidewalk. It goes all the way down. Those are houses on both ends.
You're right.
I checked the GIS survey. This is public.
Right.
Tell him I'm not trespassing. Tell him he does not have reasonable suspicion.
Did
and
I
tell
say
him.
that? Did I say that?
You kept on saying you wanted my ID.
Yeah. I asked you.
I'm not giving you my ID.
I asked you for your ID.
I know
That's all.
ID is like to you
Talk to him.
guys.
Go ahead. Talk to him, sir. Talk to him.
All right, he's not educated in public photography. He came up to me aggressively. That guy in the red shirt tried to fight me, and it's all because this guy right here flipped me off when I was walking down the street. Minding my own business, not even recording this business. But yeah, look what you caused, buddy.
So you don't want to identify to us, right?
No, if I committed a crime,
You're good to go, man.
okay. I strongly suggest you look into public photography
Sir.
laws.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go.
You're gonna get a complaint.
I don't care, sir.
I know you don't care.
I don't care.
You're a piece of cop.
Yes, sir. Don't worry about it.
The supervisor stayed calm and respectful, quickly diffusing the situation as soon as he got there. He even seemed to let the business owner know that the photographer had every right to film.
Thank you. I appreciate you. You're doing your job and honoring your oath.
After everything happened, the photographer went to the police station to file a complaint against the first officer and also gave credit to his supervisor for handling things well. In January 2025, someone called 911 saying a thief had taken his air conditioner and was still hiding in the apartment. While the caller looked for the suspect, 2 female officers showed up and did something unexpected.
Wait, wait, wait.
The caller had a knife while following the thief, but ended up facing the officers instead. They didn't hesitate to shoot him. This clearer footage shows just how fast these unprofessional officers reacted, claiming they feared for their lives. The man was taken to the hospital and is now in stable condition. The officers were put on administrative leave, and hopefully they'll end up losing their jobs. On February 20th, 2015, a homeless man in Austin, Texas, had a rough run-in with police that led to charges that were later dropped. He claimed he was beaten for no reason, sparking a disturbing use of force case that caused lawsuits, public outrage, and questions about how police treat homeless people.
Go ahead and drop that. Put that down. Put that down. Put it down.
Please stop.
Put it down.
Why are you touching me right now?
Listen to me.
Stop. Why are you touching me?
You need to stop.
You're hurting my hand.
Put your hands behind your back.
Ow! You're hurting my... Stop!
Put your hands behind your back.
Why?
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
The officer asked the man why he was in the area and about a woman nearby. The man explained he was recently homeless and didn't have any ID.
How you doing? You live over this way? You live over this way? You waiting to see where to go?
Yeah.
Do you have any ID with you?
No. Sorry, I just got kicked out a couple days ago, and I've been on the streets for the last 2 days, so I'm just like...
Yeah. Who are you with over here?
It's just me.
Huh?
It's just me.
Just you?
Yes.
Okay. Who's the female you were with?
Female.
Yeah. The black girl? The one that went in the bamboo?
Over the fence. The black girl.
Okay. Do you have your ID with you?
The officer kept asking if the man had been arrested before, and the man looked confused but stayed calm and cooperative. Then the officer brought up weapons, making the situation more tense.
What? What have you been arrested for?
What are you talking about?
What have you been arrested for in the past? You said you've been arrested for, right? What's your name? What is your name? Okay, these aren't difficult questions, right? What's your name? You're not going to talk to me now? Do you have any weapons or anything on you?
The man said he didn't have any weapons, but then the officer suddenly grabbed his arm. As the man protested, the officer forced his hands back, slammed him to the ground, and hit him in the face.
Put that down. Put that down. Put it down.
Please stop.
Put it down.
Why are you
Listen to
touching
me.
me right now?
Listen to me.
Stop. Why are you
Stop.
touching me?
You need to stop.
You're hurting my hand.
Put your hands behind your back.
Ow! You're
Put your
hurting
hands.
my... Stop!
Put your hands behind your back.
Why?
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
While pinned down, the man yelled in pain and tried to protect himself. The officer used a stun gun on him at close range and kept shouting at him to comply, punching him repeatedly as the struggle went on. The charges against Justin Scott were dropped after the incident. He later sued the city of Austin and the officer for excessive force and wrongful arrest. The police department said the officer acted within policy, but the case went ahead in civil court. In February 2024, 2 female deputies from the Harris County Sheriff's Office went to a home after a neighbor reported a break-in. Surprisingly, it didn't take them long to do something no one expected.
No, you tap the right tap down.
Sheriff's office!
That was coming.
Both deputies opened fire without hesitation when they saw a woman inside. Later, it turned out she was just a house guest who had forgotten her keys. The woman was hit several times, but was taken to the hospital and thankfully survived. Both officers were put on administrative leave right away and could lose their jobs soon. It all went down around midnight on November 10th, 2018, when Deputy Thompson pulled over a car for speeding and realized the driver was actually another deputy, Davis, who was drunk, making for a pretty unusual situation.
Not a damn thing. Not a thing at all? Nothing? No. Here, do me a favor. Look at me. I'm just going to move my finger outside. You know what I'm doing. Check it. Move your eye. Wait, I smell something coming off of it.
Yeah, my wife's been here. I just dropped off her parents. She's been drinking. I'm good, man. I promise. I've not been drinking.
There was a strong smell of alcohol coming from Davis, but he insisted he hadn't been drinking and blamed it on his wife, who he'd just dropped off. But when he saw Deputy Thompson didn't believe him, he started getting really desperate.
I am talking to you, but
Like, over here by your phone, for real. Me and you.
I mean, I'm listening to you, man.
I gave you one the other day, man.
I understand.
No, man. Listen, I'm not trying to be an asshole.
I'm not being an asshole. Neither are you.
Will you please talk to me?
I am talking to you, Davis.
Turn your camera off.
Oh, I can't do that.
Look, I'm not drunk. I promise you. Me and my wife got in a fight. It's our wedding day.
Okay.
I just talked to Molly.
Okay.
The woman that you very well.
Yeah.
I'm talking to you as a person.
I understand.
I know things. You know things. Like, will you please just talk to me? Let me get on my way. I'm not drunk. I've had 2 beers, maybe, if that, since 2 o'clock.
Okay.
Look, man. Look, I know. You've done things. I've done things. I know Molly. You know Molly. Look, Thompson, let me talk to you, man.
Just face towards me again.
Thompson,
put your feet together for me.
We did the walking turn, man.
Well, you know.
Come on,
Davis.
Thompson.
Face towards me. You know how the Davis.
Come on,
Davis. You're starting. You are literally yelling at me on the side of the road. You're starting to be belligerent. You need to calm down.
Okay. It's been rough now.
I understand that, but you know where I'm coming from.
Come on.
All right. Feet together, legs straight, arms down by your side, look straight ahead at me.
Please, man.
My patrol mag's there. We're talking.
Let me talk,
Davis. We're talking. I know you, and
right here, man.
Look, I know. Davis,
Right here.
We are right here. I'm talking to you, Davis.
Come on, man, please.
Davis. I'm telling you,
man.
you understand where I'm coming from. You know the job that I have to sing.
I'm asking you. Just take me home, man.
Davis, I hate to say this. I'm the last person to ask that.
Please.
I'm the last person to ask that.
I've done this for 9 years.
I know you have.
I'm not drinking. I'm asking you, man.
And I'm asking if you let me continue with what I was trying to do. I'm the last person to ask that, buddy.
Thompson, I'm not drinking.
Okay.
I've had 2 beers.
Okay.
What's the night?
I understand.
I'm going to go sit in my truck. If you want to write me a ticket, write me.
I'm not going to let you sit in the truck yet.
Okay.
Will you let me finish what I'm doing? Davis. Davis?
I swear to God.
Look, you know how this goes. Well, you are tying my hands. But you aren't. We'll stand right here. If you'll do a PBT, we'll stand right here and we'll solve it right now.
Davis knew he was way too drunk to be driving, so he tried begging, bullying, and even threatening Deputy Thompson to let him off. But that backfired because Thompson convinced him to take a breathalyzer, which showed a blood alcohol level of 0.42, nearly twice the legal limit, pushing him to act.
Want me to see if anybody can come pick up your truck?
But once he was under arrest and headed to jail, Davis tried to blackmail Deputy Thompson by bringing up an affair Thompson had supposedly had with a married woman, even though Davis was married himself.
No, a female named Molly. What's the answer to that? Have you participated in BDSM with her? Is she a married woman? Are you a married man, Thompson? Why did you sleep? married. Today's what, 50? What's your wife name? She would not want to tell you about the would you? I just don't understand. I'm trying to get it to keep it all together. You're all high and mighty.
No, I'm not, buddy.
But
We've all made mistakes in life.
why would you sleep with a man? I'm asking a question. If I made a mistake tonight that you're accusing me of, I'm asking you about your mistakes. Why would you sleep with?
Davis was booked into jail and charged with speeding and DUI. A week later, he resigned from the county sheriff's department. On November 14, 2018, Sergeant Shane Smith crashed his police SUV into a Honda and took off, thinking he could escape, but he didn't get far before another set of flashing lights pulled him over.
With the highway patrol. How are you? What's going on today?
I don't know, you tell me.
Well, I think you were the one that was involved, so I think you might have a better understanding as to why we're all here today.
Their vehicle, and when I looked at the damage, it was more on this side than my side, so I thought I was making a left-hand turn, and they possibly might have swiped me. So I pulled over with him. I asked him, I said, how do you want to do this? He said, well, I'm going to file a complaint. I said, well, that's your choice. Carry it from there, and he said, okay, well, we'll do it that way.
Smith did stop, but only for a moment. Highway Patrol's Matt Southern said he talked quickly with the Honda driver, then took off again without reporting the accident.
When he said, okay, we'll do it that way, you mean we'll do it TR-310?
Yeah.
And you left even though he said you wanted to do a TR-310?
No. He said he wanted a 309.
A 309, okay.
So I gave him my business card.
Okay.
And then he said he'd be in contact with me.
All right. Just hang tight for me real quick so I can reposition my car, okay?
It didn't take long for troopers to figure out that Smith was drunk while on duty.
On any other medications?
Not that I know of.
Not that you know of? Well, you would know.
Antidepressant.
An antidepressant? All right. What antidepressant is it?
I couldn't tell you without calling my wife to tell you what it is.
Not a thing.
No.
Did you have anything last night?
No.
No?
No.
All right. Oh, what do we think the cause is other than blood pressure medicine for
I don't know.
everything that's going on?
Stop all this and just put me in handcuffs.
Why would I do that?
When asked what he'd been drinking, Smith completely denied it, but his slurred speech made it clear he wasn't telling the truth.
I'm not taking any of your tests. Put me in handcuffs.
Give me your cuffs. I don't want to take those.
I wasn't.
Okay. All right, so you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to an attorney and have him or her present with you while you're being questioned. You cannot afford to hire an attorney. One will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights, not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand your rights as I've explained them to you?
After he refused to do the sobriety tests, Smith was handcuffed and arrested on the spot while still on duty. A pretty humiliating downfall.
Okay, sir? Do you have anything on you? Any knives? Anything else other than what we took off of your vest? Not that you know of?
Is there anything on it?
There's only one pill in here. What is it? Do you know what it is?
Yeah.
All right, what is it?
It's a fish oil.
The fish oil, that's it? That's it? Well, pretty much doesn't encompass all of it. So is that it?
When officers searched Smith's car, they found pills, but what really stood out was how he reacted. Even though he was on duty, he acted like he had no clue about the protocols he was supposed to know.
I take vitamin C,
Okay, that's what I'm asking. That's what I'm asking, so I know what you're on. Because when I asked you, you only said blood pressure medicine and an antidepressant that you hadn't taken today. So I just want to make sure I know everything that you take on a daily basis.
No, I took the antidepressant medication at 12 o'clock last night. technically, it would have been today.
Okay. Got it. But you've been on that medication for a while?
Yes.
Okay. How long have you been on it, do you know? Years? Okay. Come more this way.
Smith was charged with DUI and later resigned, no longer working for the department, according to Folly Beach Public Safety Chief Andrew Gilreath. Alan Bailey was forcefully arrested despite not committing any crime, just for refusing to hand over his ID, even though he was being cooperative. Meanwhile, his brother was allowed to walk away, showing a clear double standard.
Bring my phone. Bring the phone.
Do you have your ID with you?
I haven't broken the law yet.
Do you have your ID with you?
Of course.
Hey,
I'm walking over here.
No. You're gonna come over here. I'm talking to you here.
Okay.
Do you have your ID with you?
I do. I already answered that.
Can I please have it?
You asking, or is it?
I am asking. Yes.
All right. Until
we're here in a call, so we gotta.
I get that. Okay. I get that.
So can I please have your ID?
I'm respectively saying no at this point. Lawyers said that you still have controlling interest of the property. Go ahead and cut the locks. And we cut one lock.
Your lawyer told you to do that.
His lawyer.
His lawyer.
Yeah. We come and you see the locks on there. We call the lawyer. So I don't know if he tried calling the lawyer, but Kurt's waiting for this phone so that he can call whoever it is he needs to call.
Until I know who you are, you're not gonna leave here.
I'm not leaving here.
Okay.
You have to
How many cops are here?
You're gonna be in the back of my patrol car in a couple of seconds if you don't give me your ID. How about that?
All right. Well, I'm gonna start recording now.
Okay.
You are denying me the right to record? I got a prosthetic leg.
Put your hands behind your back.
Get up, sir. Come on.
Give it. Let me have it.
It's not that hard. It's not that hard. Put your hands behind your back. Oh, you want to act stupid?
No, my leg is falling off.
Okay.
God damn it! Look at that.
Listen. I'm
Let
gonna
me.
say it one more time.
I will.
Okay.
I was showing you my leg fell off, and you didn't care.
You didn't have to do that.
I told you before I kicked it off that it was coming off.
Okay.
Now I'll grab my leg, I'll put it on, and I'll stand up, please.
All right, so stand up.
Go back over there.
Thank
Use
you.
your leg.
Go.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're
Thank you.
We don't need you over here. Goodbye. That's great. You are too. We're trying to get his ID. I guess he's refusing identity.
Because I haven't broken the law.
No.
I'm going to under threat of arrest.
Nobody's threatening you.
Well, you just got. Don't. You're making me lose balance.
My man.
You're going to make me lose balance.
My man.
Listen.
My pants are falling down. Under threat of arrest, I will ID. If you're not going to arrest me, I refuse. So, unlawful search. You can pat me down, but you're not allowed to search me unless I'm under arrest. That's my pain medicine in there. Don't. You're gonna. That's for when my legs shrink because it's all about my leg right there. Those are called stocks for a prosthetic. Ask me, I will move. I have no balance, I have no toes.
What's wrong with you, man?
I have no toes. That's what's wrong with me.
Get up.
Very poor balance.
Get up. Get up. Bro, stand up, man. Stop making it.
Leg is...
Okay, stand up so I can help you. Stand up.
Pull.
Officer Diaz-Rodriguez ignored Alan Bailey's rights and treated him badly. Even after learning about his condition, when he found pain meds, he muted his body cam, which raised a lot of questions. The officers mocked Alan, ignored him when he asked for help, and shoved him as he tried to move. The case is still open, and people are hoping it leads to some accountability. Officers were called to a convenience store after reports that a black man was trying to pay for alcohol with fake bills. But what happened next was way over the top.
The cop focused on me, but I'm trying to make sure my girl's car is here. Relax. Good. Relax. Guys, I didn't touch nobody. Hey, exactly. You see a car here? You see a car? I left a car here. I put my girl's car. No, I'm paying for it. No, I'm not saying that you.
But you used the fake 22, so.
Yeah. I mean, if
you got an ID with you, partner?
Yeah, I got ID with me. It's probably somewhere around here, but.
Okay, I need to see it.
Bro, you can see it whenever. I don't see it, bro. Relax. I don't want to get arrested.
Put your hands behind your back.
I'm showing you my ID.
Home Enforcement Explorer, I need
I don't
another.
care, bro. You guys.
Put your hands behind your back.
No, I'm trying to. You said show me ID.
Put your hands behind your back.
Bro, I know I'm a cop. I'm a cop. You're under arrest.
Get down.
What? Put your hands behind your back.
Get down. What?
For what?
Hey, back up.
Where's the 20?
I don't know. He just like tried to he tried to buy it and then just like the fake 20. Yeah.
How did you tell it was a 20?
What?
How'd you tell it's fake?
The color of the actual face. Yeah. The size wasn't even the same.
Where is it?
I don't know.
Okay.
3 officers choked the teen and slammed him onto the concrete floor. Even though he was cooperating, they still tased him. After that, one of the cops spoke with the people at the scene.
I never did anything wrong. I don't care. I'll hurt anyone.
Hey, we're gonna walk out to the car.
Whatever, I don't want to hear
If you resist again,
I don't want to hear
I will tase you again.
I don't want to hear anything.
Do you understand?
Bye.
Do you understand?
Bye.
All right.
I never. I said why. So he got.
What else did he try to purchase? Just this stuff?
He already walked out, and then that is got like 5.
While one officer was talking to witnesses, the other officers kept roughing up the suspect.
I'm not doing anything. What am I doing? I'm relaxed. Come on, relax. You know I am. You know I am. I'm mad now.
Let him lay on the stomach. What do you need out? Everyone off the stairs.
Okay.
There were 10 officers on the scene now, all over one guy who tried to use a fake 20 to buy alcohol. In the hallway, they slammed him against the wall and threw him to the floor again. What kind of justice is that? One of the officers then explained what happened to someone he knew, before taking the suspect away.
He tried to use the fake 20 in there, all right? So I needed to detain him. Said, I need to see your ID. He said, I'm not giving you shit. I'm not working with you. So at that point, I went to put him in handcuffs. Because usually when I'm dealing with somebody like that, I'm not even gonna mess with it, right? Then he starts pulling away and trying to run. Because you'll have your say in court, I promise. But right then, it's not the time to be fighting, all right?
But they ended up beating their ass.
So I don't see any reason why he is gonna have to go to county or anything like that. He's just gonna go down to Home PD for up to 6 hours, and then I'll release him. All right, that's the address.
His friends were right to call out the excessive force. The guy was a bit drunk, but he was doing what they told him. Now the police department is running an internal investigation over how much force was used, and hopefully the officers involved get fired. This crooked cop tried to arrest a man without cause, but quickly found out that was a huge mistake. It began when New Mexico State Police got a call about a cop attacking a tow truck driver who had towed his car.
Hey, let him go. Let him go. Let him go. Now.
To handcuff him.
Let him go.
He assaulted me.
Who's the truck driver?
I am.
You're the truck driver. Let him go. I'm going to give you one more second to let him go and get back before you get tased. Step around the vehicle now. Step around the vehicle now.
The cop didn't just attack the man for nearly 9 minutes, he also tried to push for his arrest, but the officers ended up giving him the shock of his life.
Turn around. Turn around. Turn around. Turn around. Turn around. Turn around. Turn around now. Turn around. Turn around. Turn around. Turn around. Put your hands on your head. Put your hands on your head.
No, I'm not being handcuffed today.
Yes, you are. Turn around. Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
I'm going to tase you. Stop. Stop.
After trying and failing to get away, the corrupt cop was handcuffed and arrested for aggravated battery and resisting arrest. He was put on administrative leave because of his out-of-control behavior. It all began around midnight on February 24th, 2024, when a Florida officer pulled over a car for reckless driving and went up to talk to the driver.
Officer, state police. Turn that down. You're about to go to jail.
Relax.
You're about to go to jail. You're a canine handler?
Yeah, I'm officer.
I don't care what officer you are.
Okay, but you got a car in front of me doing the same thing.
And I was going to stop him, and you wanted to do the same thing.
Problem. No
All right, give me a license, registration, and insurance.
Really?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Why are you so aggressive?
Absolutely. Because you're going to get somebody out here, and you're an officer.
I just did.
And you're an officer.
Say this, brother. There you go. Oh, no problem, brother. Okay. There you go. What else you need, brother?
I'm not asking for work IDs.
Okay, but I give you
license,
everything.
Registration,
okay,
and
brother,
insurance.
but what do you need?
License, I got that.
Okay, my brothers.
Registration
on my phone.
And insurance.
Okay, but I drive a
I'm standing on the middle of the side of the road right now.
You're really not, brother. You've been behind me the whole time I watched.
Registration and insurance.
I work in internal affairs, brother. Understand it.
I don't care. Here, take this.
Absolutely. So I'm giving you everything.
The driver right away said he was a K-9 handler and worked in internal affairs, hoping the officer would go easy on him, but he was in for a very different outcome.
Registration and your insurance.
No problem.
Why are you giving me this?
I'm giving you everything just to let you know.
That's not what I asked you. Have a seat in there, please.
No, I'm not. I'm happy.
Sir, have a seat in there.
Really?
I'm telling you to have a seat in there.
This is what we're doing, brother.
This is what we're doing.
Can you not open my door, like push my door?
Okay, like then put your feet in there, because I didn't tell you to exit.
Outside.
I didn't tell you
to
exit.
I'm an officer, brother. I'm not giving you no. Okay, I have a duty weapon on me right now.
Where's it at?
It's on my waist.
Okay. You had anything to drink today?
Yes, I have, brother.
Yeah. How much?
Just one drink.
One drink? How long ago?
Maybe about an hour and a half ago.
Okay. I asked you registration and your insurance.
Brother, I'm finna give it to you.
I asked you that multiple times. The registration's not on the phone.
Brother, really?
You got a paper registration?
Really, brother? Like,
really?
Come on, brother. Like,
really?
Why we gotta do this? How you doing, brother? I'm a canine handler, brother. Like, why is he?
Are you gonna me? He's county. I'm state.
I'm county,
right?
brother. Like,
so,
relax, brother. Do
you have a registration?
Yes, I do, brother.
All right.
Like,
give it to me, please.
How you doing, brother?
Give it to me.
Like, why you gotta do this to me, brother? Like, why are you so aggressive?
Are you gonna give me what I'm asking
for? Yes, I'm gonna give it to you, brother. But why are you so extra with me? Like, please don't do this.
Give me what I'm asking.
I'm giving it exactly to you, brother. I gotta go on my phone. Like, why are you doing this to me, brother? Like, you really don't have to do this, brother.
Where's the insurance?
I'm not aggressive to you.
The insurance is on the phone, right?
My firearm is right here, brother.
Okay, don't reach for it.
No, you take it from me,
step
brother.
out. Step out. Put your hands behind your back. I'm not gonna play these games. Put your hands behind your back.
I'm a county officer.
I don't care what you are. I don't care what you are.
No, I understand.
You're not listening to what I'm doing?
No, I said take it off me. I said take my county.
I will take it off you.
Bro, I'm internal affairs, bro. You don't have to do this to me, brother. Brother, come on, brother. I'm a canine handler. I've been off for the past couple of hours, bro. Like 10 hours. Like, you don't have to embarrass me like this, brother.
You make your decisions. I don't make them for you.
Absolutely.
Do you have insurance in the vehicle?
Come on, brother. Are you serious?
Or registration?
I drive a county vehicle every day. Of course I got it.
This is not a county vehicle.
It's not, but I have to have county.
Okay.
Come on, brother.
Where's the registration? Is it in the glove box?
No, it's in my phone, brother. I told you that.
I'm not going to deal with you anymore. Come on.
Bro, please don't
walk to my truck.
Don't embarrass me like
walk to my truck, or I'm going to walk you to my truck. Let's go.
Okay.
goodness.
Brother, are you serious?
I am very serious.
Okay, understandable. Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. I'm internal affairs, bro. You can call my lieutenant.
Do you want to do field sobriety?
Brother, don't do this to me.
Do you want to do
Can you
field sobriety?
call my lieutenant and my sergeant?
All right, have a seat in the meantime.
I understand.
The officer ignored all his tries to get out of trouble by flashing his badge. Even though the driver finally agreed to do the field sobriety tests, he showed clear signs of being impaired and was taken to the county jail for driving under the influence and refusing a lawful breath test. On December 5th, 2023, officers were sent to a gentleman's club after a man refused to leave and got into a confrontation with security.
You didn't even do anything yet. You're already a pussy, you say. Jesus, got it going on. Nah, it's not good.
211 West Palmer, probably 10-7. Yeah, Wrongful from Division 2.
Yeah.
Okay. He's walking up to me and doing something. He didn't do shit. Okay, well, you're going to leave. This pussy right here will do shit. Yeah. All right.
Whoa, what did we do to you, bro? We just got here.
Talk to you, bro. So we're good.
Sorry.
We're good.
Did we call Uber?
Huh?
Can we? I'm asking him.
Yeah, can we call Uber?
Yo, because guess what? I've been pissing on this job longer than you've been on this job.
Okay, are we gonna call Uber? They don't want you on the property anymore.
We're good?
Huh?
Then you need to leave.
Alright.
Okay, go ahead.
Charlie 701.
What you gonna do?
You're gonna leave. That's what's gonna happen. Really?
401 north.
Yes.
Gonna go this way then?
401 north.
If that's the route you want to go, I promise you. And then you'll take the ride to county too.
Really?
Really.
Copy 51 from 2700
I'm
block
trying
of
to be
Parker.
cordial about it, just have you leave.
Do you have your phone on you?
Obviously we're not, because you're coming out of a specific way, right?
We're good.
We're trying to ask you to leave politely. Instead you want to go, he doesn't make you leave. You're antagonizing it. Why? We just want you to leave, bro.
This is Detective Richard Velasquez, proud of his 27 years on the job, but that only made his situation worse. He hadn't been charged with any crime and was free to go. Still, he tried to misuse his authority just to boost his ego, and that backfired badly.
You have your phone on you, sir? To call the Uber? Yo, you're not gonna come in my face, bro.
Back up. Sorry, medics. You heard? Yeah? Sorry, medics. These cuffs don't fit. I got flex cuffs. Here, grab them.
In the police report, the officer who body slammed Richard said he saw Richard reach into his left pocket and noticed a black clip that could have been a concealed weapon, which is why he tackled him. But even with a bleeding head, Richard kept resisting, and the officers didn't hold back on adding to his pain.
Alright, take it. Whatever. You don't want to listen. Back up. Back up. Stop resisting.
109 hours.
Now let it go. Let it back up. I'm gonna get him again. Ready? Stop. Hold on. There you go. Stop.
21 West Rose from I'll receive that mail. Still landline?
He's back landline now after disconnecting. We're trying to get a better 20.
He was tased several times, and because his hands were too big for the cuffs, they had to use zip ties. He was taken to jail on charges of disorderly intoxication, trespassing, and resisting an officer without violence, all of which he pleaded not guilty to. The case is now under administrative investigation. On March 22, 2019, just after midnight, a police chase kicked off in West Virginia. It started as a routine pursuit of a teenage driver down some dark, quiet roads. But things quickly escalated and got way more intense. Here's what happened next. The kid behind the wheel was flying down the road, trying to shake the state troopers, but he lost control, swerved off the road, and slammed right into a pole. The car was completely wrecked, and the whole area was soon covered in a cloud of smoke. As soon as the wreck came to a halt, officers jumped out with their weapons drawn. They didn't waste a second, smashed the window, and as soon as the glass gave way, 2 troopers pulled the teen out, not caring if he was hurt or not. Three troopers jumped on the teen, and a fourth ran in to join. One started kicking him, and soon the rest were hitting him too, over and over, even as he lay there barely moving. He wasn't fighting back, but they kept beating him while putting on the cuffs. Even after they had him restrained, one trooper leaned down and hit him in the head over and over with an object. The teen, completely defenseless, just took the hits in silence until the officer finally shoved him aside. Even after he hit the ground, the beating didn't stop. It kept going while another cop checked out the wrecked car. The disturbing footage caused an uproar across the country and sparked an investigation. In the end, 2 troopers were fired, and the rest got disciplinary action. The teen survived, but that night left a harsh reminder of how quickly things can go too far. On February 27, 2025, a McKinley County officer pulled over Rachel Hall for reckless driving. Even though she was a cop herself, she sure didn't act like one.
You roll down the window. Can you roll it down?
What's up?
You're going the wrong way on 2nd Street, and then you also hit a curb and popped both your tires on this side. How much alcohol have you had tonight?
Nothing.
So why are you slurring?
I'm not slurring.
Go ahead and step out of the vehicle for me, okay?
Hey, just because you said I slurred, there's no reason.
So you're refusing to get out of the vehicle? 25 Metro. 201 refusing to get out of the vehicle, slurring her words. Smell alcohol coming from inside the vehicle as well.
Oh, 2 inches. No.
201 just rolled up all the windows, refusing to get out. Doors are locked. I need you to step out of the vehicle. I need you to step out of the car. Step out of the vehicle.
She made the bad choice to lock herself in the car, which really tested the responding officer's patience.
Vehicle. Step out of the car. Step out of the car. I'm going to break the window. I don't care who you're calling. Step out of the car. I will break the window. Step out of the vehicle now. Step out of the vehicle. Step out of the vehicle, I will break the window. Hold on, wait for the other guys to get here. State Police Hall, she's 47. Step out of the vehicle, we're gonna break the window. This is your last warning. This is your last warning or we will break the window. But, break it. I'm watching her hands. Step out. Step out. Step out. Passenger side.
He called her Sarge, hoping it might help, but she was in too much trouble for anyone to save her at that point.
Negative. I won't get in the car until my Sarge gets there.
And we're not waiting for you, Sergeant. You're under arrest. Get in the car.
Come on.
Get in your unit. You can put in your unit, right? We can pull it through. Yeah. Yeah, you can transport for me.
Look, have a seat. Have a seat. You know how this works?
Yep.
You think it's good?
Just sit down.
Dude, she came off of 2nd Street the wrong way, came towards me this way. So I was westbound 66, and I seen her vehicle come out of 2nd Street the wrong way. She came eastbound 66. The light was red. She went around the car. The light turned green. She sped up, hit the sidewalk, the curb, jumped the curb high as hell, popped both her right tires. I lit her up. She pulled in right here. She wouldn't open this window. She's all, go to the passenger side. So I went to the passenger side. She rolled it down about that much. And you could smell the alcohol. Seen it was her. So I called for you. Came to the driver's side window. She started calling Roman from the state police. She starts yelling, screaming, I'm not getting out. I ain't getting out. I ain't getting out. So get out of the car. We're going to break the window. She locked all the doors. And then we broke the window. She wouldn't get out. So we drug her out, put her in cuffs, and you could smell the alcohol in her breath bad. State police knows. Her sergeant's on the phone right there.
Is it Roman?
Yep. I'll call Roman. She showed me the phone like that, and it said Sergeant Roman.
So are you trying with it?
Listen to me, I'm about to tell you something important. You're under arrest for DWI. The New Mexico Implied Consent Act requires you to submit to a breath test. See, do you agree to take our test, yes or no?
Did you do the SFSTs?
Do you agree to take our test, yes or no?
Did you do the SFSTs or no?
I did not.
Okay.
Do you agree to take our test?
What? Based on what?
Do you agree to take our test, yes or no? I cannot force you to take our test, but if you refuse, you will lose your New Mexico driver's license or non-resident operating privilege for 1 year. If you are convicted in a court of driving while under the influence, you may also receive a greater sentence because you refuse to be tested. Do you understand? Do you now agree to be tested, yes or no? I consider your actions a refusal to be tested. You're under arrest for aggravated DWI. She refused to answer me. Taking it as a refusal. Log me 11015, aggravated DWI.
Her reckless behavior ended up getting her 4 years and 8 months in prison after she was found guilty of driving under the influence. On July 4th, 2024, John Stone was out for a walk with his son in Watauga, Oklahoma, when Officer Joaquin Montoya came up to them. What he did next would leave the little boy scared for a long time.
Where are you heading off to? Just walking? Any specific location? Okay. Is this your son?
Yes.
All right. Hey, what's your name?
You can tell him your name.
All right, what's your name, sir?
Johnny.
Johnny. All right. All right, Johnny, where you coming from?
Just walking around.
Just walking around?
Yeah.
All right, enjoying this weather?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, we're checking up on you, man, you know?
Just walk around. What the heck is this deal?
Found it a little bit suspicious, you know? So,
what?
Just walking around.
Walking around is a little bit suspicious?
I mean...
What?
Technically, not really, but I mean, it is pretty early in the morning. Just wondering what was going on.
That's what we do. We get up early in the morning.
You got your ID on you?
What do I need an ID for?
Because I just asked you for it.
I don't need to show my ID.
Okay, if you don't give me your ID, I'm going to take you to jail for failure to identify because I've identified that you've been walking around down here at 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah, we do that.
No, you're not. Give me your ID.
I don't have my ID on me because it's at the house.
Okay, what's your name and date of birth?
Huh?
What's your name and date of birth?
I don't know, but you can't run. I don't have. This is a state where I don't have to show my ID.
Turn around.
You're going to do this in front of my son?
Yeah, turn around.
Are you serious?
Yeah, turn around.
This is my son. Let me bring my son home first.
No, turn around now.
Bro, you need to... Here, let me videotape this real quick. I want this on video. What are you doing to my son? Bro, this is up. Son, it's okay, okay?
It's good. It's gonna be okay.
Dude, this is ridiculous.
Monty Goodwin slammed Johnny to the ground right in front of his kid just because he didn't have his ID on him at the time.
It's gonna be okay. Hey, buddy. He's just gonna find out who he is, alright? And then, hopefully we'll go from there, alright? Hey, what you got there? I'm not gonna hurt you.
Okay.
Listen to me.
You're okay. Hey, quit crying.
It's gonna be okay. Hey, bud. It's gonna be alright, alright? You want me to leave? Yeah. Hey, how old are you?
Luckily, they didn't put the kid in cuffs when he couldn't show any ID either.
Involved in theft in the city of Canton.
There has been no criminal activity.
Okay, listen to me.
Bro, we were just walking, and when you came up,
you
didn't hear what he said.
Shut
when
up
he first
and
came
listen
up,
for
though,
a
did
minute.
you?
No, shut up and
Okay,
listen.
what?
Okay. So I saw y'all walk down the alley behind. I saw y'all when I was headed into the office. Walk down, walk across the street.
Yes, sir.
Then I got my unit ready. While getting my unit ready, man, I see y'all back in the alley you left from, okay?
We will always walk from that alley around. That's our house is around that. Is that why we do that? I promise. We do it every morning. I'm surprised you haven't seen it.
So here's the thing. That's fine and dandy, man. But listen, we have people that are going down up and down these alleys spray painting. It's the 4th of July, man.
But
okay,
if he would have came up and said something like, hey, but he just goes, I've been called for, what do you say, investigation of something. And I'm like, what?
Well, jail. I don't like doing what I had to do to you in front of your kids. But you caused it. All you had to do was provide the information asked. Listen, shut up and listen just a minute. We had reasonable enough suspicion to identify you. That's all that matters.
What a professional way to search for weapons, rolling a guy around on the ground 3 times.
Typically, when a cop's out with somebody and they don't want to identify, it leads us to believe that you are involved in more criminal activity than we need to. So that's why you heard me saying what I was saying, because I'm narrating for the camera. This is not my first day on the job, okay?
No. I mean, we've been told to extra patrol because of issues in the alleys, and now we're checking out somebody that's in.
Exactly.
We've got break-ins, we've got graffiti, reports.
Even after checking his ID, they couldn't tie him to any crime. All that for nothing, and a sure way to ruin a kid's view of the police.
Was clear. Okay, man, have a good night. See? I'm not dumb, am I? People usually have warrants that don't want to identify.
I know, but they've been on here for 10 years. Like, they're just for tickets. Okay. That's all they are.
Well, here's the thing, though. Are you aware of what they're doing now? So now that I've advised you, they're all supposed to put a check mark on them or whatever. So the next time somebody checks out with you, guess what? There's a good chance you might go to jail for them. So you might want to start getting a hold of them counties and take care of it.
Yeah, you got to get a hold of them now, they say. They used to just put warrants out, but they said if you get a hold of them and you can't pay it, they'll work with you and not put one out. But
yeah, but here's the deal.
This was from 10 years ago. That's the reason
At a city council meeting, the city manager was demoted to an intern, and Deputy Goodwin was fired after huge public outrage. On December 21st, 2021, Burton police officers were chasing a suspect named Brendan Patrick Pinkston when a brutal shootout happened. Sadly, one of the officers had really bad aim.
I couldn't copy that traffic.
Where you at? My legs. Okay. My legs and my right ankle.
13 for status.
Say you back! Get back! Get in the house! Where you at? Where at? Right here. Hey, step in. Right here, right. Step in.
1811 for a 10.
1810 up these top.
Copy that. 1810, where's your location?
11, I'm with him. Target's on him.
1811, are you in the backyard at 2133?
Yes, I on the suspect. He's underneath the fence. You good?
In the chaos, Officer Cody Monroe accidentally fired at Officer Dalton Christie's leg, mistaking him for the suspect. At the same time, Deputy Fatching was hurt by gunfire from the actual suspect.
I got it.
Open it.
Oh.
You got it?
Yes.
Salt and pit. This paramedic is
You with me, buddy? You with me? Just keep breathing. Just keep. Get him in my car. Let's go.
Can I sit up? All right, come on. Settling.
Let's go. Roll it.
Let's keep hanging out.
Right here. Yep, right there. Get him.
You're going to be taking Saginaw North or 475 North?
All right, brother. C unit.
We're going to be north of Saginaw.
Chris, yo, buddy.
You're good, my man. You're good.
What do you need, Corbin? I got.
Copy that. Saginaw to Hemphill.
We're going to take out this whole boot.
You still with us? Copy that. Semi-responsive.
Yeah.
You all right, bro?
Yeah.
All right.
So I think we can go ahead and take us.
Monroe really needs to get his eyes checked. Mistaking a teammate for a suspect is no joke. It's a miracle his aim was so bad that Christie only ended up with a leg injury. This was just one example of their messy mistakes. The footage shows officers aiming their weapons at a man, only to realize he wasn't the suspect they were after. It happened during a traffic stop while they were searching for a fugitive. An officer said he saw a gun in the car, but no weapon was ever found.
There you go. Stop. Stop. I got it. I got it. I got it. Got it. I got it. Yeah, I got it.
An officer arrives and uses a wooden pole for cover. He watches as the suspect gets out of the car and lies down on the ground. The officer then checks the suspect's car to make sure no one else is inside. The officer goes back to the suspect's car and tells the other officers there's a weapon inside.
Hey, your gun's right here in a Crown Royal bag.
We need to ID the guy. Do you guys have a Morpho?
We can get one.
I think he's gonna be
Well done.
They then try to confirm the suspect's identity to see if he's the person they're looking for. The officer quickly goes back to his car, which was parked farther away, and drives it closer to where the suspect is being held.
Dispatch is getting information only in a stolen vehicle, Beachside, North Peoria Street, Colfax Lane, Colfax and Peoria, West Lane number 2, Sylvia 2005. Dodge pickup 101,
who he actually is, because that was
Well, he got tats on his arms.
Yeah.
I see you saying he had tats on his arms. He's got tats.
Yeah, what about, did you look at him? Yeah.
Because when she was cuffing him, you could see the tats on the arms.
Yeah, that was kind of a identifying himself as a gentleman.
Well, we could probably try to get a fingerprint scanner down there.
211 Adam.
I don't think he's done.
It's all right.
209.
Is there anybody with a fingerprint scanner that can respond down here?
Any unit with a fingerprint scanner? Any unit with a fingerprint scanner that can respond at 209's call?
209, 1 second.
Okay, great. 211 Adam. Cruiser 10, did you get someone with a fingerprint scanner?
209, we got a passport on the guy, so we don't need it now.
An officer asks if they've properly checked the suspect to make sure he's actually the fugitive. Another officer mentions noticing that he has tattoos. A judge later dismissed the traffic ticket from the stop, and the suspect, identified as Teddy Pittman, went on to file complaints against the police. This YouTuber was just using his constitutional rights when things went sideways. He was calmly filming from a public area, never stepping onto bank property, just recording and not bothering anyone. But that was enough to set off a 911 call. What happened next felt more like a show of ego than anything about the law because the cops weren't there to protect his rights.
I'm sorry, red sunglasses? Yes. Where's he at? He's very large. He's behind our building. Is he black, white, Hispanic? He's black.
This was the moment the officer would have handled things properly. He could have explained to the bank staff that recording in public is legal and protected, and that no one has to show ID just because it bothers someone. But instead, he came in looking for a conflict, didn't try to calm the situation, and just made things worse.
At this moment, he is behind our building, back where our dumpster is. Maybe 3 parking spaces over from my vehicle under a tree. He's under the tree? Yes. Did you see any weapons on him by chance? No. Okay. What was your name and a phone number?
How's it going, man? How are you today? We had someone call on you from the bank here. So they said you were like coming in out of the store or saying you're acting weird.
I got a video. I can't really talk right now.
Okay, I got you. Real quick, do you have an ID on you?
What?
Do you have your ID on you by chance?
I can't. I'm in the middle of my job right now. I can't really do anything.
Okay.
Yeah. If you give me like an hour or so and then you come back or something, then I'll be happy to talk.
The officer didn't bother checking where the property line was, who owned it, or if the person calling even had the right to claim trespassing. Instead, he went with the usual move, saying private property, like it somehow cancels out the First Amendment.
Private property, I think they're wanting you to leave.
Where?
What's that?
Where?
You're on private property right now, so I think they're wanting you to leave.
I gotta finish my job.
What's your job?
I just gotta document real quick.
Okay, what do you document?
If you come back like in an hour, I'll talk to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Like, it's private property, and they're wanting you to step off. And the bank but Verizon, I'm not sure about them.
Yeah, no. I just gotta finish. Can I finish this real quick?
Okay. Real quick, what's your name? What's your name, man?
I can't really get that. My boss told me not to give.
Your boss told you not to?
Not to any information or anything like that.
Who are you working for?
My boy KCA.
KCA?
Yeah.
Okay, what kind of work are y'all doing?
We just documenting stuff. I gotta keep doing it though.
Okay, I got you.
Don't go in here and ask them if they want me to leave.
Why's that?
Instead of just following the law, the officer tried to get the employee to say they didn't want the man there, like being uncomfortable was enough reason for police to step in. But that's not how trespass works. It only applies when someone with legal authority clearly tells a person to leave.
I gotta go in here. I gotta make an exchange.
Okay. Yep.
Hi.
Hey, this dude that's out behind your property, like, is he bothering y'all at all? Like, he's got like a GoPro and he's filming the bank for some reason. I think he's got some mental issues, but the bank called on him saying he was going in and out of the property, like filming their location. So
I mean, you probably prefer not to.
Prefer not to. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, I hadn't heard anything.
Yeah.
I saw you pull up over there. I was wondering, because every now and then somebody will bump one of our panic alarms.
He's behind your building right now.
The officer ignored every legal requirement for a trespass and just made one up on the spot. He even admitted on camera that he went door to door looking for permission to remove the man, which is really just pressure disguised as procedure. And if this is how he acts when the camera is rolling, imagine what goes on when it's not.
Hey man, both areas are wanting you to leave now, so it is.
Oh, I'm on this side right here.
Yeah, I know, but they're wanting you to leave as well. So.
You only went in Verizon.
Huh?
You only went in Verizon.
They're wanting you to leave.
I'm not on Verizon property.
Okay, well, if you want to play this, go ahead and put your hands on your back.
What are you doing?
Hey, listen.
Whoa, God, look at that.
Listen.
Do you own this place here?
What's that?
Why are you touching me, man? I'm allowed to record.
Hey, listen.
Yeah.
Stop.
Can you take your hands off of me?
Hey, dude. You're being trespassed.
And you're gonna go viral.
If you're refusing to leave, then
you did not go over here and ask them. You know what? Watch this.
Okay.
You're gonna play those games. What's your name, by the way?
Officer Mueller.
Nice.
Hey, listen. If you don't want to leave,
no.
So you are. Thank you.
I'm gonna be documenting from over here now.
Okay, well, I'll ask the challengers.
You're soliciting trespasses. You know that's illegal, right?
Do what now?
You can't go in and ask them if they want me to leave the property. It's illegal.
Why's that?
You're soliciting a trespass. You ever heard of that?
Okay.
He must have learned the job from a YouTube video. He can't name who owns the land, can't point out a property line, but still acts like it's time to go is a legal order.
So are you gonna
you're soliciting. I'm literally walking you into a trap, and you just fell for it.
Is that right?
You went in Verizon and solicited a trespass.
Okay. Okay. Well, they're wanting you to leave.
Who?
Verizon.
How do I know that you're not lying?
Okay. Well, are you refusing to leave?
I'm not on Verizon property.
Are you refusing to leave?
Let's look. We have AT&T, we have McAllister's, we have Cricket, we have this place right here. That's not Verizon's property. Yeah.
Okay, but it is time to get off the property. Okay?
Who?
They're asking you to leave. Okay.
You said Verizon. Verizon's all the way down there.
Okay.
I'm not on Verizon property.
But it is time to go. Okay.
From where?
I don't know. Well, time to go.
You can't just tell people to leave.
Okay. Well, if
you keep saying okay.
Simple. Well, if a private business asks you to leave, like you were.
When did they ask me to leave?
Well, they're asking.
This guy couldn't point out the owner of the property if the deed was stuck to his forehead, but he's still confident enough to make arrests. He acts like standing in a parking lot gives him legal authority, and when that doesn't work, he switches to acting paranoid, as if putting your hands in your hoodie is suddenly a reason to be searched, and somehow he still thinks he's in the right.
Your hands out of your pockets for me. All right.
Keep your hands off your vest. You could have a shank in there.
Okay.
It goes both ways, man.
All right. I told you to keep your hands out of your pockets.
Whoa, dude. What are you doing, man?
414.
What are you doing? I can put my hands in my pockets?
Put your hands on your back.
Why?
Put your hands on your back.
Why?
Because you're under arrest
for what? I'm not trespassing.
I told you to leave several times.
Dude, you told me to get away from Verizon. Look how far I am.
There's no law against buckets, but that didn't stop this officer from making one up.
He's just being verbal right now, and
I've requested a supervisor so you don't make a mistake.
Just put your hands on your back.
Why?
You're being detained.
Dude, you literally told me to get away from Verizon property. I walked all the way off of their property.
Keep your hands out of your pockets.
What law is that? What law is keeping your hands out of your pocket? I'm going to give you a chance. What law is it that I have to keep my hands out of my pocket?
Put your hands behind your back. Right.
I'm going to wait for your supervisor. That's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Dude, are you serious?
I am serious.
Are you racist, bro?
Huh?
I think you're racist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Put your hands behind your back. Put your other hand behind your back.
Guys, look, he's forcefully putting my hands behind my back.
Put your other hand behind your back.
I have to record, sir.
Put your other hand behind your back.
I am recording you.
You can keep recording.
I cannot keep recording.
This officer promised to uphold the Constitution, probably not long ago, yet here he is, acting like the First and Fourth Amendments don't apply.
I'm waiting for your supervisor, sir.
Put your other hand behind your back.
So he went into Verizon and solicited a trespass.
Okay. What do you mean by solicited trespass?
He went in there and asked them if they want me to leave. I wasn't even there for Verizon.
Okay, were you on their property?
Unfortunately, when bad cops make huge mistakes, it's innocent people who pay the price. The man was eventually arrested, and although the officers tried to look tough and in charge, they ended up being mocked online. On August 23, 2023, Officer Pat stopped John Stewart and started giving him a hard time about his dual steering car. But what he did next made him look more like a thief than a cop.
Am I being detained?
Yes, right now you are.
For what? What reasonable articulable suspicion you got that I committed a crime?
You didn't slow down.
That's not a crime. You can't tell me to slow down. When I'm driving up there and you told me to slow down?
Hand me your ID,
reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime. Tell me what it is.
Hand me your ID, sir.
Let me get a supervisor.
Hand me your ID, sir.
Supervisor.
Hand me
I'm
your
asking
ID,
you
sir.
for a supervisor.
Hand me your ID, sir.
I'm asking you for a supervisor.
Hand me your ID, sir.
I'm asking you for a supervisor,
Hand me
sir.
your ID, sir.
What reasonable articulable suspicion have you got that I committed a crime?
Hand me your ID, sir.
You just said to me, you asked me to slow down and I didn't, and I'm sitting still, sir.
I'm just asking for your ID, sir.
What do you need my ID, sir?
Just give him your
We
ID.
didn't do anything wrong.
We're not going to jail.
He's done right, but he's done run it. I heard everything come back and they said
That
I'm
was on
fine.
the tag.
I'm the owner of the car.
I know. I'm just checking to see who you are.
Right, but you don't have any articulable suspicion of what's the crime I
told
committed.
you to slow down.
How
and
can
you
you
kept on going?
How can you tell me to slow down when I'm just sitting still, sir? How can you tell me to slow
You were not sitting
down?
still when you went blowing by me.
You weren't up there.
I was standing right there.
This gentleman here told us to
And
pull
then
in
he
here.
stepped out in the road to tell you to stop.
No, he told us to pull in here. He grabbed my ID. This cop grabbed my ID out of my car.
I mean, you don't have no problem, brother.
No, I ain't got no problem.
He reached into the car and snatched the ID without permission, basically like stealing it. At this point, it felt like he didn't care about the guy's rights at all.
Sir, you have my wallet back to me and I'll take my ID out. You don't need my wallet. It's got money in it.
I contact John M. Stewart out of Walling, Tennessee. He has a valid Class Delta, no gun permit, no restrictions, several priors, negative income.
Get your name and badge number, sir.
Badge number's 1212.
And your last name? Pack. You tell me why you reached in my car and grabbed my ID like that?
Because I asked you to hand them to me, and I could have put you in cuffs.
What's your location?
I asked you to slow down. You did not slow down. I had every right to pull you out of this car and detain you when I asked you for your name, and you did not give your name. I asked you for your license. You did not give me your license.
Please explain to me, what do you mean you asked us to slow down?
When I told you to slow down and you did not slow down, you only slowed down when the man stepped out in front of your car. Sir,
and told us to pull in here. Did he not? And we pulled in here.
Yes, after he stepped in front of your car to keep you from hitting him. So that's the only time you stopped. So I'm not going to tell you that again. I do have a right to detain you.
There's nothing.
I do have a right to ask you for your ID.
We were slowing down to come through this intersection. We don't know what's going on. I didn't say it wasn't a lawful order.
I do have a right to ask you for your ID at any time. So whether you want to or not, you do have to comply with that. Whether you're recording that or not.
The recording's just for me. That ain't got anything to do with it. We are
that.
slowing down. We come over this hill. We don't know what's going on.
When you came down through there and you saw blue lights right there, and then I tell you to slow down, you did not slow down. You kept on going right past me.
Doing 5 miles an hour.
No, you were not doing
This gentleman come out and slowed us down.
30 miles an hour.
We wasn't doing 30 miles an hour.
Yes. You were doing more than that. You were doing 40. Down through there.
Oh, yeah, until we got stopped. I'm sure we might have been doing 35 or 40, but I wasn't doing no 35 or 40 when we come up. You or that gentleman over there.
Slow down, and you did. You went right past me, and then he stepped out in front of it. So, that's the reason why you were being detained. You understand that?
I do understand that.
All right, slow down.
Thank you, sir.
Speed limit's 30 miles an hour all the way down through here.
And we weren't going over 30.
Yes, you were. When you came past me, you were. Believe me, I can tell.
All right.
I do this for a living. Right.
What was your name again, sir?
What he did was completely illegal. He needs to be held responsible and stopped from doing it again. This time, the officers made it obvious they didn't care about the law or who was really at fault because they always act like they're right. They detained the wrong person without any real investigation, and this case stands out because by the time these dirty cops noticed they were being filmed, it was too late to fix the mess they'd made. weapons out, yelling threats, and no confirmation. That's how they treated an innocent person. One cop even yelled he'd put a bullet in the guy's head before checking if it was the right car. When they finally figured out they had messed up, a quick sorry was supposed to fix it. But how do you take back the trauma after the damage is done?
Charlie Nora, 482. Hey, Tom, this is the right car. That's not the right car. This is the wrong car. CS 794663. Yeah, this is the wrong car.
We're all good.
This is the wrong car.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
CN.
The plate don't match. The last 4 or 5 are wrong. It's the wrong plate.
Put the window down! Put both of your hands out the window right now! Put both of your hands out the window! I got commands.
Go ahead.
You, with an outside hand, reach out, open the door.
They threw him in cuffs and then came out with that fake calm voice. We'll explain everything in a minute, right after yelling, pulling weapons, and making threats. Suddenly, they acted like talking things out was important.
I just came from Costco, dude. Do not move. Do not move. 61 to 10. You guys gotta be down, my man. We're gonna explain everything in a minute, but we're gonna do it safe.
Funny how accountability only shows up after weapons were pointed and the wrong person was cuffed. They threatened to kill him over a mismatched plate and now want credit for admitting it.
No, wrong car. Take him out, wrong car.
Hop on, man. Place the car.
Take you out of the handcuffs. We'll get you go. Okay, I'm going to give you some information on who I am. We'll talk about what's going on. Okay, but I'm going to take that these handcuffs first. Oswego PD had a shooting. Car plates. The car is the same as yours. Plates match with. Wait, hold on.
No.
Hold on.
No.
Look at me.
No.
Plates match. 2 of them are off. All right. That's why you're placed in handcuffs. We thought you were the guy.
No.
All right. You're not. I understand that. All right. Hey, listen. Look at me. What's up?
Okay.
Understand that? I'm going to give you my card. This is on me.
Absolutely.
Absolutely on me. Let's clear these roads out.
Y'all threatening me in the head and don't move. Put your hands up. Like,
right.
This is ridiculous.
Okay.
Who could blame him for getting mad? He'd lived there 15 years, raised kids, earned respect, and this is how they treated him. Thrown to the ground like a criminal because someone misread a plate. What hurts the most is that he had to remind them he's a human being. These cops didn't just mess up, they made sure he'd never forget it.
I've been out here for 15 years and never have I once in my life. Look, my man, nothing, dude.
You have to look at it.
My man, nothing, dude.
Look,
That shit,
he's got every right to.
Unacceptable.
You are absolutely.
Especially you, Harvey. Especially you.
Okay. All right.
What's your name? My name is Derek House, man. I've been out here. I lived in Woodridge for 10. I've been in Downers Grove for 3, man. I'm a upstanding citizen. My kids go to school here. I'm well respected. That's wrong.
You're right.
You don't do that. You don't fucking do that.
Of course, some people don't just let things slide, and this man was one of them. As soon as he posted the video online exposing the officers, it became the first step in a fight against corruption. This situation blew up fast and got tense right from the start. It's not completely clear how it began, and honestly, that's not what really matters. What's important is how unprofessional the officers acted, and how they treated a guy who hadn't done anything wrong except knowing his rights. It really shows a lot about the state of policing.
What's your name? What's your name? What?
Check that car.
Who's in the car with you? Where's your buddy? Huh? You know exactly what's going on. Who is the buddy in the car with you?
I'm being arrested, right?
No, you're not being arrested. You're being detained. Who is in the car with you?
What's the reason, nigga?
I'm explaining it to you.
Okay, what's the reason?
We had a call with that U-Haul about some kind of disturbance. So who was involved with it? Huh?
Whatever you know, you know.
It's not whatever I know, I know. Huh? God, this thing's here.
They had no clue who they were dealing with, and it was obvious. The man wasn't resisting, wasn't trying to run, and had nothing to hide, yet they detained him anyway, based on a vague match with a vehicle and no actual confirmation. The officer even admitted he didn't think this was the guy, so why push it? Simple. They needed someone to justify the call.
Come over here for me, just so I can identify who you are, okay? What's your name again, you said? Huh? Do you have an ID on you? In your pocket, you said, right? Okay. Which pocket?
All right.
Huh?
Right.
Were you involved in some kind of disturbance or no? Right here.
Alpha Lima 73410, not one of the same? Correct. We were given Alpha Lima 50973.
Look, you're not under arrest, okay? And I don't think you're the person that we're looking for, okay? But someone got called in a U-Haul, matching that description, okay, that was involved in some kind of fight at a different gas station.
The Fourth Amendment says officers can't detain someone unless they have a solid reason to believe a specific crime happened and that the person they're stopping is involved. And once handcuffs are used, it's legally a seizure, which needs clear, concrete facts, not just guesses or a general description. In this case, none of that was there. The officer cuffed him anyway, making the stop illegal.
Was that you guys or no? They didn't give us your name.
No.
They gave us the name Mark.
I know nothing.
Neville Mark?
I know nothing about nothing.
How many people were in that? Just two? Or is there more than you?
I don't. It was just me and him. That's
you
all.
And him and a girl?
Yeah.
Right?
No.
There was never a girl
just
in
me
there?
and him. No.
There's never a girl in there?
Just me and him.
Okay.
311 advised, the victim said the suspect should be wearing a red shirt.
Huh? The handcuffs come off just as easy as they went on, okay?
Oh, yes,
You're not
sir.
under arrest,
Yes,
okay?
sir. I know.
Like I said, that kind of matches the description. I guess the girl was beat up.
Okay.
She was saying that she kind of got out of a vehicle like that.
Okay.
Okay? So if you guys aren't involved, handcuffs come off and you're out of here, okay? And like I said, you're not the name that we were looking for. They said Neville Mark.
Right.
Okay.
Phone she has is locked. Can't make any other phone calls out of it.
Even during a detention, an officer has to have a clear, specific reason to suspect the person is involved in a crime, and these stops are supposed to be quick and focused. As soon as the officer admitted he didn't believe this was the right person, any legal reason to detain them was gone, and that's precisely the situation here.
Can you call 911 from it? Yes.
What do you need?
Try that. I can confirm the number that phone's on. State Street.
You got any weapons on you? I'm going to check that, and since I don't think you're the person we're looking for, I'm going to take the cuffs off, but you're not free to leave until we figure out what's going on. You understand?
And also work on getting a photo reference.
Is this the guy you were with? Huh?
No.
Who's AJ?
That's my cash app.
Okay. You can relax.
Who are you with? Cousin? The green shirt?
Yeah. He's saying there's no female ever in the car with him.
Where's your phone?
I don't got
He doesn't have a phone.
Yeah, because she has it.
I don't got no phone.
Just his?
It fell out at BP.
This?
I don't.
Not yet. That's not who.
That name?
I ain't
That's not who
bring
the
no
subject
phone.
was.
So.
No.
Listen, just a couple of hundred vomits, nothing on place. She said that you had nothing to do with it. So no matter what, you're probably.
I tried telling him that.
But you lie. Here, listen. I'm being real with you. You lie, you'll go down with it.
I don't lie about nothing. There was no female ever in the car with you.
She was not in the car. Even though the U-Haul's rented by her in Orlando, y'all went. Him and her went to Jacksonville to pick you up and went back to Orlando. That ain't her.
I don't know.
So, yeah.
Obstruction is meant for intentionally interfering with an investigation, not for being scared or confused. This man wasn't under arrest, hadn't been read his rights, and had no lawyer, yet he was threatened with jail for lying, and that wasn't even the worst part.
Seriously? I don't know what you're talking about.
Listen, you can go to jail.
I'm not saying no or
listen,
yeah.
I hear you. I hear you, but that means yes.
Okay.
We're not stupid.
You can answer for me.
Do
you have the U-Haul rental agreement? I don't got nothing. Who's rental? I'm just a bystander.
That's you're right. No, you're right.
Exactly. What's my arrest for again?
You're not under arrest. I said you're being
for what?
Because we're investigating.
You're involved in a crime.
Okay.
Now, whether you're an innocent bystander or part of it,
I'm innocent.
that's what we're trying to figure out.
No,
you're right. You don't have to, but right now you're a witness, so you don't.
What's his name? Oh, I'm a witness. Can I please get a cup?
Well, you're not being
you could be a witness, you could be a suspect. Hey, if y'all treat me like a criminal, I'm gonna stand here like a criminal.
I'm talking to you though like you're not.
But I'm in cuffs like I am.
Listen,
you can't tell me nothing, alright? Don't, just please. You're making me mad because I'm in cuffs right now.
This moment really shows how police can twist cooperation to their advantage. What starts as questions quickly becomes pressure, and a witness is treated like a suspect. They're given a fake choice: cooperate or be arrested, a trap masked as procedure.
That's your story, you can just take the ride, boss, alright? Like I said, you can be a suspect or you can be a witness, alright? You don't know nothing, no one was ever in the car with you, no female was there. I didn't say that. Yes, you did. You said no female was ever in the car with you. You see this right here? It's the camera. Okay? You can just take the ride too, okay? We're here investigating a felony domestic violence case, okay? And you're obstructing our efforts. I ain't. Y'all pulled up on me with guns. That's a lawsuit. Okay. If you want to be technical, talking about obstruction. Okay. Y'all pulled up on me with guns. Okay. I want to hear that in court that I'm obstruction. All right? That's all.
Go ahead.
Take an innocent bystander to jail. That's
who says you're innocent. You lied to us the whole time.
Hey, that's your job, bro. Do you? Okay.
Everything touched up here.
I told you that's how it works, right? He said that. You could be a witness, right, or a suspect.
I don't understand nothing you're saying.
Why?
I don't understand.
Okay.
Okay.
Have a seat. Put your
We were investigating a felony domestic violence case. You lied to us, said there was no female ever.
You have the right to stay silent, and cops aren't supposed to pressure you to give it up, but here, they twisted that right, treating silence as guilt and using threats to force cooperation.
I never said that. I don't understand.
It's on camera.
Let it be. Okay, let it be.
Okay.
It's on camera.
Okay. Mr. Putnam, all right, look, I'm going to give you one chance if you want to talk your way out of the back of this car and explain to us what happened.
I'm a
because
bystander.
Look, she's saying that you're the one that's trying to like de-escalate things and that you're not even involved. But when we get here and you lie to us during our official...
I didn't lie. I'm a bystander. I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Do you want to tell us what happened, or would you rather take the ride for obstruction?
Ride for what?
For lying to us.
I didn't lie to you about nothing.
Okay, do you want to tell us what happened and possibly not go to jail?
Jail for what?
Obstruction.
Obstruction for what? What'd I do?
For lying to the police.
I didn't lie to you, bro. I didn't lie.
He understood exactly what was going on and spoke up, challenging the officer's supposed authority. And he was right. The officer was twisting discretion into a threat, not using it for justice. There's no gray area that allows an officer to just pick whichever label fits their agenda.
I asked if there was ever...
I'm a bystander, bro. I'm innocent, bro. Just let me go, bro.
That's what I'm asking you.
Okay, let me go.
Do you want to tell us what happened?
I want to go, bro.
Okay.
I just want to go.
Explain to us what happened, and then we can treat you as a witness, okay? What happened between your cousin and the girl?
That's... You're putting me in a picky situation because that almost sounds like a setup.
How's it a setup?
Because you're giving me two options, right?
You can be a witness.
You could be a witness or you could be a suspect. What? That don't make no sense, bro. Like, how do you have the power to do that, bro? Like, you're not the law. Like, you're not actually the law. You work for the law, bro.
So obstruction is a misdemeanor, okay? Which means I can use discretion on that. Which means I don't have
you
to
could just add stuff if you like, bro.
Huh?
That's how it works. You could just, add if you like.
What are you talking about, add stuff?
Like, that make no sense, bro. I'm a bystander. I was walking in the store.
Do you know what discretion means?
I was walking in the store, bro.
Okay,
Whatever
do you know what
else y'all
discretion
put,
means?
I don't know.
The police ended up arresting an innocent man, while the person they were really after was nowhere to be found. But no matter how powerful or smart they thought they were just corrupt cops recording their own crimes. Luckily, this guy didn't stay quiet. He posted the video online and exposed their behavior for everyone to see. Body cam footage shows 2 Westchester cops stopping and questioning a 60-year-old black man named Eric Lindsay, even though the suspect they were looking for was a white guy in his 30s. Eric clearly didn't match the description, but the officer still came up to him in the store and started questioning him. Eric got upset, and when they finally figured out he wasn't the guy, asked who he was going to sue for putting him through all this.
Hey, boss. Can you talk to me? Yeah. How you doing, man? Take your hands out of your pockets for me. How you doing? What you doing well on top of that, sir? What's up? Yeah, LP called and said that you were concealing some items inside your jacket. Who do I sue? Huh? Who do I sue when you don't find? Hey, come get this on film. Who do I sue? You know what he's trying to figure it out. Like I said, you got a call, or help you phone somebody. Okay, to say, I'm Jack Long. Okay, that's all. I walked in here 5 minutes after you guys walked in. I saw you walked in. So how could they see me still? Get this on film, please. Yeah. That's what we're trying to figure out. So what do you want? What do you want me to do? What did they say? A black man did it? No, sir. Well, what did they say? Because I walked in here after you guys. Listen. This isn't tan. What am I listening to? What am I listening to? This isn't tan. This is orange.
The officers tell Eric what the suspect was wearing, and he gets even more upset, especially because he's in an orange jacket and points it out to them multiple times. The officers try to calm him down, but he's too frustrated to listen.
The items that I walked in here with behind you guys. I don't care. Been told. Hold on, man. I'm getting this one too. Exactly. Get them straight, man. It's not okay. No, you won't. I'm getting when I get what I need to get. It's not okay. No, you got the wrong. Admit it. I'm listening. I'm listening. I'll give you my business card. Okay? Me. That's my name. If you want to call and complain, you can. It's fine. No problem at all. What's the problem? What are you doing? You don't understand until you get the skin color out of it.
More officers show up and finally spot the actual suspect, a white man, and one of them quickly puts him in handcuffs while backup arrives to help. Meanwhile, a couple of officers go back to Eric to apologize, while the rest focus on taking the suspect into custody.
Oh, well, I'm just going to make sure. Right? How much stuff you got? You got a what? Attention! Hey, dog. Don't look anything like it. Yeah, it doesn't have unless I have a 10,000 on and I always have. Neither of which happened.
Eric later filed a complaint with the Westchester police. Still upset, he kept calling out the officers and demanding an apology. Meanwhile, the actual shoplifter was charged with theft after they found stolen items on him. On June 23, 2014, an auditor was taking photos of a Georgia Air Force base when a police car suddenly pulled up next to him.
Hey, buddy.
How you doing?
All right. It just caught my attention, that's all.
Yeah.
Sit there and take a picture of the gate like that, you know?
Take a picture of the railroad.
See, you can't say pecan, okay? That's the gate right yonder. When you stand here doing that, that tells me to take a picture in that direction. You can say gate, you can say railroad, I can say gate. Got me out of the way.
Am I being detained?
B-Dog, this is police 4. He don't seem to be very cooperative. You know, say your bunch, he'd rather not show his ID.
So far, the auditor hadn't disobeyed any orders, making it likely the officer's claims to his supervisor were false. But that wasn't the only surprising thing the officer had to say.
Being detained or anything?
Yes, you're being detained.
For what reason?
You're being detained.
For what reason?
Take a picture of the gate tag.
Is that illegal? Can I have your name and badge number, please? And your name and badge number?
That really showed how corrupt and clueless the officer was about the law. When the photographer asked for his ID, he realized he was in trouble and tried to cover himself to save face.
Come to think about it, look, I'm not going to fear.
Okay, so I'm not being detained?
I can't do that.
All right, have a nice day. Have a nice one.
But the damage was already done, and it was clear he hadn't learned a thing since he started following the auditor, probably planning to pull him over again. Eventually, a sheriff's sergeant named Guthrie pulled up in front of the auditor.
Guthrie with the Lance County Sheriff's Office.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you. Can you tell me what's going on?
I was just taking pictures of the F-16, the static display and stuff like that, and I guess they don't like it very much. So.
I understand. They need to go back and read the Constitution, I believe.
Thank you. Good deal.
Not a problem. I'm not angry with you, not upset with you, and you're not doing anything illegal as far as I'm concerned. Of course, you know, they get a little excited. Like I said, you're on a public access area. You can have a telephoto lens. It can go anywhere in there. It doesn't matter.
Right.
You're not violating any law. You're not violating the Constitution. You're not violating anything else.
Okay. God bless you, Sergeant.
Hey, man, no problem.
Thank you.
Are y'all from around here?
See, I'm not going to answer too many questions. I appreciate you being nice, but
that's fine.
I'm not going to.
You don't have to answer any question I ask you.
Sergeant Guthrie respected the auditor's rights and stayed professional throughout. People in the community knew him as a cop who truly honored his oath, a reminder that not all officers are corrupt.
All the time on YouTube, so
okay, so
yes, sir, I'm
good man,
I'm
good man.
First, and like you say, you know, there are people out there. They really are people out there that do that. Just know
That's
there are
good.
some educated folks out there to carry a badge and gun.
Right. Oh yeah, I come across those too. Matter of fact, I think the second or third most viewed video I have is of a good cop.
Yes, sir.
That was.
I wish we could all be that way. I really do.
Good deal.
We're not out here to do anything other than to enforce the laws. If you're not breaking the law,
okay.
I've held you up long enough, and like I said, I don't want to detain you in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Very nice
Sergeant
to meet
Guthrie,
you.
nice to meet you.
Good luck with you, and I hope
Thank
everything goes well.
The two went their separate ways, and a year later, Sergeant Guthrie was promoted to lieutenant in the sheriff's office. Sadly, he passed away a year after that on January 31st, 2016, just 5 months before turning 44. The Whitehall Police Department is under heavy scrutiny as its chief, Mike Crispin, fired Officer Brooke Cano for allegedly falsifying evidence and wrongfully arresting a woman on felony charges. The woman's mother had complained, and a department investigation found Cano had documented a false confession that never happened, while her body camera showed a different version of events. Chief Crispin called the behavior unacceptable. Cano had already been suspended a month earlier for another incident where she used excessive force on a pregnant woman, used a derogatory term for her companion, and failed to provide needed medical care. However, the Fraternal Order of Police is pushing back hard, saying Cano's termination was retaliation for speaking out against Crispin and that the charges against her were frivolous. They maintain she had probable cause for the arrest. Crispin disagreed, stressing that taking away someone's freedom on false grounds is serious and cannot be ignored. He has referred Cano's case to the city prosecutor to see if criminal charges should follow. Meanwhile, with tension mounting between the police union and the chief, the department is bracing for a possible deeper investigation by city leaders. Just a week after Officer Mark Dial fatally shot 27-year-old Eddie Jose Irizarry in Kensington, Philadelphia Police Commissioner Daniel Outlaw spoke to the press. People across the city were demanding answers and accountability.
To provide an update on the administrative investigation into the fatal officer-involved of Mr. Eddie Irizarry, which took place on Monday, August 14th, 2023, on the 100 block of East Willard Street at approximately 12:28 p.m. During last week's presser, I assured the public that a fair and thorough investigation will take place by our department, and I also pledged that our department would provide updates in a transparent and expeditious manner, but only when we could do so in a way that would not compromise the integrity of ongoing investigations by the police department and the district attorney's office. I stand by my words and will continue to do so as the investigations continue. Today, I am announcing that I have made the decision to utilize Commissioner's direct action to suspend Police Officer Mark Dial with the intent to dismiss him at the end of 30 days due to administrative violence.
Outlaw didn't hold back. Officer Dial wasn't just in trouble for the shooting. He had ignored direct orders from a superior and refused to cooperate with internal investigations. He'd broken multiple rules with no accountability, but that was about to change.
I chose to exercise direct action due to Officer Dial's violations of PPD Disciplinary Code Article 4, Insubordination, Section 4-002, refusal to promptly obey proper orders from a superior officer, and Article 1, Conduct Unbecoming, Section 1-008, failure to cooperate in any departmental investigation. I want to make it clear that the investigation into the shooting itself continues, along with the administrative investigation, in which there may be additional disciplinary charges in the event that Officer Dial violated additional PPD policies. The police department takes accuracy and transparency in incident reporting very seriously. We are investigating the inaccuracies in the initial report of this incident, and appropriate disciplinary action will be taken if warranted upon the conclusion of that investigation.
What sealed Dial's fate was that he broke policy by refusing to give a statement within 72 hours. In a case this serious, staying silent said a lot.
I understand that today's announcement, as well as the press briefing held yesterday by the Irizarry Family's Council, will give rise to additional questions. I must again reiterate that our primary duty is to safeguard the integrity of the ongoing investigation, a task concurrently undertaken by the District Attorney's Office. Simultaneously, we must ensure the safety of the communities we serve, as well as the well-being of our officers and their families. Neither the suspension of Officer Dial for a 30-day period with the intention of dismissal, nor any public discourse absolves me or this department of these responsibilities. The decision to utilize deadly force is unequivocally one of the most difficult decisions police officers may have to make in our careers. It is a decision that is not taken lightly due to the instantaneous and long-lasting effects of such actions and the ripple effect that the loss of life on those directly and indirectly linked to the event.
The officer lying about Irizarry getting out of his car is a huge problem by itself. Making up critical details in a fatal shooting isn't just careless, it's criminal.
After the shooting does not match up with what
The statement after the shooting didn't match up with what happened. How do you assure the people of Philadelphia that officers are telling the truth?
And again, I was asked that question before, and I said it feels like, when we take 50 steps forward, sometimes we're taking 100 steps back. All we could do, and I'm hoping that our efforts shortly thereafter, when we did come out with the facts as we knew them, is something to show that not only we expect to be transparent, but that we have nothing to hide here. We make mistakes. We did say out there on the scene that this was preliminary information. Unfortunately, the information that was released has pretty dire consequences in establishing and framing a narrative that, quite frankly, was not true. I recognize that. I recognize the impact that that has on community. The impact that it has on family.
There are two possibilities. Either the department defended him without even checking the body cam footage, or even worse, they saw it and still tried to cover it up. Neither option looks good.
And again, it was unfortunate. It's a narrative that, again, it really took the whole incident in a completely different direction. There's a lot of emotion tied to that, all understandable. But yet again, once it was brought to our attention that was misinformation that was put out there, we corrected it. And we didn't have to do that. My understanding was that, we only shared it because we got caught. Caught by whom? Right? We discovered it ourselves and did what we could in a timely manner to make sure that narrative was quickly addressed.
We're going to go to purple over here. We're in an man.
A victim at your starting face and look, I have been clarity all over the city of Philadelphia and abroad. When does mugshot or picture go up?
I don't have the answer to that question.
When a department looks into its own officers in a case like this, it just doesn't feel right. An outside agency should be the one investigating. Otherwise, there's no real accountability. Meet Officer John LaValle from the Athens-Clarke County Police Department. He was so bored on his shift that he went up to John Chose, a member of the Religious Society of Friends, who had parked at a gas station for about an hour and a half to wait out a storm.
I don't believe I've been trespassed.
Okay, it doesn't matter what you believe. You need to provide your ID.
All I was doing, officer, was reading a book.
I need your ID.
I mean, you're going to arrest me because...
If you don't provide your ID, I will. Provide your ID.
Sir, I didn't do anything wrong.
Provide your ID.
Officer LaValle had no proof of any crime, just a vague complaint and his own bias about what he thought was normal. But instead of checking the facts, he went straight to threats. The truth is, sitting in your car to wait out a storm isn't illegal, but to Officer LaValle, questioning his authority was, and things were only getting worse.
You're going to provide an ID. I'm going to keep your door open.
Okay,
I'm going to know who I'm talking to.
I just want to let you know I'm not a threat to you guys. I have no weapons. I just parked my car to read a book. That's all.
I understand that, but
there's a thunderstorm.
I'm aware
it's unsafe to drive during a thunderstorm.
Because of the nature of the complaint, and we're out here.
Officer LaValle kept changing his story. First, it was loitering, then a welfare check, and suddenly it was a criminal investigation. That kind of back and forth is manipulative. Georgia law says an officer needs reasonable suspicion that a crime is happening to demand ID. Just sitting in a legally parked car isn't enough, but LaValle was more focused on making someone obey him.
Oh, he's been out here for hours.
What's in the water?
Oh, I don't know, dude. Because he's been here for hours. The employees like, car's running now, it's not. They've been out. So he's just refusing to identify himself.
I noticed
he's got
the name on it was like an Asian name, wasn't it?
Oh, it's an Asian dude, yeah.
He is Asian?
Yeah, so there's a chance. I'm trying to maybe work around it, but he's just really is
he saying anything about why he's here, what he's doing?
I'm reading a book.
By this point, Officer LaValle had dropped any real reason to investigate. There was no crime, no reports of harm, and no danger. Yet he still tried to justify the stop by pointing at power cords and travel gear, things totally normal for someone on a road trip. Instead of seeing a peaceful traveler, he made it look suspicious.
Do you want to bar him?
Not like good morning, huh?
He's not even from here. He's from New York. So I don't know what he's got going on.
I mean, I wasn't even gonna call him, but it's like every weekend, this is something that's happening to me.
Yeah,
like
happened last weekend.
Yeah, last Saturday,
Okay.
I was sitting on pump 7 for about an hour.
Okay.
Go somewhere else. But
Okay.
I probably should go ahead and borrow because he's gonna come back and say, you're the one called the cops on me.
This was when Officer Lavalle's plan started working. After finding no criminal record and getting nowhere with his threats, he pushed the employee just enough to get a reason to demand ID. He got what he wanted, a decision to ban John from the property. Now, Lavalle could call it a criminal trespass warning.
You want to borrow him?
Yeah.
I tried to explain to you the nature of our investigation.
So here's the thing, they want to bar you from the property. Okay, that's on them, that's their right to do. So in order to do that, at this point in time, it is a criminal trespass warning. Okay, it's not an arrest, however, it is something where we do need your ID so that we can fill out the paperwork and officially make it that you are barred from this property. Okay.
But now you went to the manager or whoever this person is, and they are asking for a bar. I just trying to explain.
They're trespassing you from the property.
Trespass warning. So what they're doing is they are barring you, they are trespassing you from the property, which means if you return back here, then you will be arrested.
Even after John said he wanted to stay silent and asked for a lawyer, Officer Lavalle kept pushing. The law is clear. Once someone asks for a lawyer, the questions have to stop. But Lavalle ignored that and kept coming back to the same demand, hoping to wear John down. What the officer did next showed he never planned to let this go quietly.
Is this your vehicle?
I think this will clear up very quickly once I speak to a judge.
Okay, go ahead. But is this your vehicle?
Like I said, I'm going to be arrested, and I'm not going to speak anymore because you're telling me I'm going to be arrested.
After all the fishing for excuses, false claims, and fake concern, Lavalle arrested John, not for any crime, but because he didn't give up his rights quickly enough. Officer Lavalle couldn't handle John standing his ground, so he used his badge to force compliance the only way he knew, by handcuffing him. What happened next revealed even more.
We're gonna go to jail. All right, put your hands on your back, please. Thank you. I don't know, like, if you're like on a... Okay. Can you turn and face that way, please? Thank you.
My phone.
Okay. I'm searching you, dude.
Once John was cuffed, Officer Lavalle's tone changed to mocking, defensive, and petty. He made fun of John for not answering questions he wasn't legally required to answer earlier, and tried to turn John's cooperation into a contradiction. But John never threatened anyone, never broke the law, and never resisted. Even Lavalle admitted the arrest was just because John refused to ID himself.
You want to tell me what everything but what I needed to know?
Just in case.
Just in case what? It's going with you. I'm not taking it.
Okay.
You're just...
I just don't want to be a threat, so you don't hurt
What are
me.
you talking about? What are you talking about? You're really trying to...
You put me in handcuffs.
Because you're under arrest for refusal to identify yourself.
Okay, now you're searching me. I just want
That's
to make
your
sure.
search incident to arrest.
I'm just letting you know that.
What are you letting me know?
There's nothing.
Okay, you're going...
wrongful.
Your search incident to arrest, okay? I already asked what I wanted to ask. Now you want to give me a play-by-play of what's in your pocket. Like, if you said there's nothing's going to poke, stick, or hurt me, okay,
That's
great.
key. And
I'm
some
not...
writing pads.
Okay. Now you want to answer everything but what I asked you, which is what your name was, and for your ID.
I'm not a danger to you.
I didn't say you're a danger to me. Nobody said that.
You literally search every single
You're really
person
trying to
just
make
tell
something
them
and you're
it's
not.
right. It doesn't matter who they are or what the reason for the arrest is. Everybody gets searched.
I have nothing dangerous on me.
I didn't say that. Nobody said that.
No weapon.
Nobody said that.
Nothing
Nobody said you're dangerous. There you go. If you want to.
After the illegal arrest came an illegal search. It's clear Officer Lavalle had no right to do what he did. He just wanted to drag things out to teach John a lesson, to make sure he'd never stand up to a cop again, even when the cop was wrong. I really hope Lavalle faces real consequences and that John takes him to court for public embarrassment and emotional distress. It was March 29th, 2025, when Levi Trumbull, a popular YouTuber, got stopped by Deputy Sheriff Christian Roach in Frederick County, Maryland. The claim was that he'd run a red light, nothing crazy or dangerous. But that's when things took a turn. Instead of just giving Levi a ticket and moving on, the officer let his own opinions get in the way, and it all went downhill from there.
What?
You ran a red light.
I ran a red light? Is that why I'm being pulled over?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Which light are we talking about?
The one at Lowe's going north of 355. I'm not here to argue. I need driver's license registration, please.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
The stop should have been over once Levi handed over his paperwork, but instead, the deputy started digging for more. He made a shaky claim about a red light. No evidence, no dash cam, just his word. Then it got worse. The officer decided Levi must be drunk, even though there were no signs of that at all. Roach had already made up a story in his mind, because in his world, people don't just make mistakes, they're automatically guilty.
A valid license, 100%.
Where are you coming from?
Where am I coming from? I'm coming from Monrovia.
Anything to drink tonight?
Have I had anything to drink tonight? No, sir. I have not had anything to drink tonight.
You sure?
100%, yes.
What's your name?
Totally sober. My name is Levi. It's the same one on that registration card.
Okay.
Yeah, everything on that is the same.
From the outside, it seemed calm, just an officer checking a license plate. But behind the scenes, Roach had already decided. He started telling his partner a completely different story, making Levi sound evasive, suspicious, maybe hiding something. Even Levi repeating questions, just trying to listen, got twisted into a red flag. That jump in judgment was about to justify something much more serious.
Everything will be good.
You still live in Monrovia?
Yeah. That's everything is current, so everything on that is good. Yeah, everything will check out.
I didn't, but he's getting run through it. Just because I don't smell anything doesn't mean much.
Well, no, I mean, he was arrested like he was
out
somewhere.
Yeah. And he straight up crushed that red light. Like, what
yeah.
the?
No question. And took a minute to pull over.
And has been repeating every single thing I've asked him.
It's like he's stalling to figure out what he's...
At this point, Officer Roach wasn't just enforcing the law, he was changing it to fit his story. Levi's calm tone, clear answers, and knowing his rights didn't matter. The deputy saw caution as hesitation and nervous looks as guilt. When Levi refused the roadside sobriety test, which is his legal right, Roach took it personally, not as an officer, but as a man whose authority he felt challenged.
Repeating every single thing I've asked him.
It's like he's stalling to figure out what he's going to say. Constantly looking to the left and to the right.
Oh, officer. What's going on? Over there. Oh, hello, officer.
Hi, I'm going to have you step out and field sobriety real quick. Make sure you're sober. Good to drive.
Well, I'm not going to perform my field sobriety, but I will step out of the vehicle. I don't have a problem with that.
Why won't you perform field sobriety?
Why would I? Why would I give you probable cause to take me in? Do you think I'm DUI?
I already have probable cause to take
What's
you in.
the DUI?
What's a DUI?
Well, no, what is your probable cause to think that I'm under the influence of alcohol right now?
Driving behavior, speech patterns.
What about my speech patterns?
It's not something I'm going to get into right now. Do you want to perform field sobriety or no?
Well, no. Why would I give you that? Because
okay,
if
then I'm going to take you to jail.
Go right ahead.
Okay, turn by back.
You think that I'm DUI right now? This is insanity.
Once they got to the station, Levy finally got the test he'd been asking for all along. The same one Officer Roach had said wasn't needed earlier. Levi stayed calm and did everything exactly right. The irony is that if they'd done this test sooner, the arrest might have been avoided. But instead, they went for humiliation first.
Thank you again.
Come on now, Jail, what's your step?
Yes, officer. Thank you.
Are we doing this tonight or tomorrow?
Thinking about it. There we go. Alright, come on, Levi.
For my sake, I hope it's tonight. Stand up.
Yep. I need you to take a nice deep breath. You're going to seal your mouth on the top of this mouthpiece and keep blowing until I tell you to stop. Understand that? Whenever you're ready. Come on over. Nice deep breath and keep blowing until I tell you to stop. Keep going, 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 keep going. Keep going. Now you stop. Have a seat. When it's ready, we'll do that again. Yes, officer. Alright, pull him again.
Alright.
Alright, just like last time.
Once Levi stood firm on his rights, the officer admitted they couldn't move forward with the blood test. That shows how shaky this whole investigation was. It wasn't based on real evidence. It relied completely on Levi not knowing his rights. The moment he did, their whole case fell apart, and they were left scrambling to figure out what to do next.
Articles, which is the requirement for blood, urine, or breath. So I've done one of those at this point. There are two outstanding. If they would like to go about effectuating that, I'd be more than willing.
Here's the problem. It's okay if I call you Levi. It's Levi, right?
You can call me Levi.
Mr. Levi, that's the problem is we're working towards ballistic blood. And now that you've invoked Miranda, I can't get you there. So that's fine.
Okay, well, I'm going to invoke my rights.
Yeah, I mean, you already did, so it's
yes.
kind of all done with it.
Okay, well, I'm letting you know. I don't know if that's when they breathalyzed me.
Yeah, no trouble.
Okay, well, thank you, officer. I appreciate it. All right, I'll keep my phone. Thank you. All right, I'm happy to. I understand that. I will follow your orders and comply with your wishes. Have him sit back in the ring.
What the officers didn't realize was that Levi is a popular YouTuber, and from the very beginning, he planned to expose everything as soon as he left the station. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.